Everyone hear me? Can you guys comment and say hello if you're able to hear me right now? Hi everyone. Hi from Colorado. Oh my gosh. I am currently in the middle of nowhere in Utah. I just got Starlink and I'm so excited I can be connected with everyone right now and be in the middle of nowhere. Yay! Massachusetts, North Carolina. Oh my gosh. I love that everyone's kind of from everywhere, all over the states. All right, so we will go ahead and get started in just a little bit. Let me just pull up my screen. Joshua Tree, I love Joshua Tree. Now I'm gonna get distracted just reading everyone's comments. Bear with me while I share my screen. All right. Oh, hold on one second. All right, everyone should be able to see my screen right now. So let's get started. First off, I just want to say thank you for being here and welcome to Project Van Life Summit. My name is Shelby. Some of you might know me as Shelb Says on the internet. And my biggest goal of this presentation is to inspire y'all to realize that it's totally possible to earn income while you're traveling on the road and in your rig, whether it's a car, a van, a camper, bus, whatever it may be. And I know from an outside perspective, it can seem really daunting to understand that people can actually make a full-time income while living on the road. And honestly, you don't even have to be internet savvy at all. I mean, a lot of the jobs that I'll be talking about today are internet, social media, side hustle focused, but I'm also going to be diving into a lot of other options. That way, this kind of, hits home for everyone that may be watching. You definitely don't have to be an influencer to learn something about earning an income on the road. So, my name's Shelby. I'm a full time adventure focused content creator. I've been based out of Lake Tahoe, California for the past 4 years. I've been traveling full time now in my truck and camper with my boyfriend and my dog for the past 3 months. I've been able to travel full time for the past 2 years based off of my job. But for the past two, my partner and I have actually been renovating our camper. It's a 1971, so it took a lot of work. So that's a little bit about who I am. And then these are some of my main sources of income right now. So we have social media partnerships, sponsorships, UGC packages, affiliate income, selling digital products, coaching. These are my five main sources of income. However, there are other sources of income that I used to focus on and a couple that I'm currently building out that I'm really excited to share with all of you. So how did we get here? And spoiler alert, it's not any of these that you may see on the bullets. Aside from what a lot of people comment on social media influencers and content creators pages, and I know it can be hard to figure like I think it's hard from an outside perspective to understand how possible it is to make money while you're traveling. Some of the most common hate comments that I get, they assume that you have a trust fund if you live in a van, OnlyFans, feet pics, sugar baby, luck. I'll keep this short, but I think it's important to share how I got here. And for the most part, it wasn't that easy. I wish I learned from others sharing their crafts like you guys are here with Project Van Life Summit. I unfortunately learned by trial and error. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But when I was 10, my pipe dream was to be a YouTuber and live in a van. I didn't actually expect that type of dream to come to fruition because after graduating from college, I had plans of getting an office job and moving to New York. I really wanted to get into coding, but something inside of me something was telling me to move out west and be a ski bum for a year. So basically, in the fall of 2019, that's when I moved to Tahoe and I became a ski instructor. It was the time of my life. I did have to work multiple jobs aside from ski instruction, but I loved it. Unfortunately, 3 months into living there, the pandemic happened. I lost all of my jobs. I was very, very broke. I didn't know what to do. I was living alone 3,000 miles away from family, and somewhere along the way of being lost, I came back to my childhood pipe dream. I downloaded TikTok for the fun of it and started posting like a content creator. And flash forward to today, after committing to exploring and working and becoming a full time content creator, uh, it's become my reality. I'm very, very grateful for it. It's taken a lot of work, and I'm excited to share details on how I got there. So how did I work my way to working remotely for myself? I really experimented a lot. I tried a ton of different side hustles until finding the ones that align most with my passions and skill set. So today I'm going to talk about possible options that may work for you and share more specifics on some of those streams of income. All right, so here's our presentation outline for today. First, we're going to talk about passions and skill sets. Then, we're going to talk about our desired lifestyles. Do you have to be an entrepreneur? You do not need to work for yourself or be an entrepreneur. If you don't want to be, you don't need to do that to live in a van and travel. So, I'm definitely going to be touching base on that. You can totally do a ton of regular jobs remote. And just for me, I do some online work and it's become my full time income and I really love it. Um, so, yeah, by the end, I'll definitely be diving deeper into exactly what I do. So, for the people that are super interested in those aspects, definitely stay around until the end. All right. So, first we have passions and skill sets. For someone that wants to become an entrepreneur or someone creating content on the internet, it's really important to dial in your passions and skill sets because when you're following those two things, you're really able to create value for your community, your brand, for jobs, your audience. Really, like anything that you're doing as a business person, like if you're following those things and you can solve a problem and create value for a customer, that's really the solution. So, just for a minute, I want you to think about what you love to do. It could be cooking, it could be horseback riding, it could be hiking. I think it's really incredible to write down, or incredibly valuable to write down some of these passions. Feel free to share some of your passions in the comments below. Maybe you guys can connect with people with similarities. Um, and yeah, I'm just going to let you guys take a couple of minutes to write down your favorite things. Feel free to share some of them in the chat. Okay, I'll go first. But yeah, if you're shy, don't worry about posting anything in the comments. But if you do want to share some of your passions, feel free. Photography and fishing, tech writing. That's really unique. I love that. Birding, photography, nature, glamping in my truck camper, rad. Real estate, awesome. Storytelling, I've been teaching it for over 17 years. Wow, that's really awesome. Also, such a valuable skill set to have. Sewing, hairdressing, crocheting, super rad. Writing and telling stories. Nice. Fixing things, household, cars, bicycles, refinishing furniture, tiny space optimization. There's so much you can do with that if you wanted to turn your passions into like a side hustle. We'll kind of get into some of that too. Gravel cycling, guitars, photography. Awesome. All right. So, bear with me here for a second. Guys, I'm like not the most ironically tech savvy person, so please forgive me if it takes a second. Okay, so on to skill sets. Now take a couple of minutes and think about your skill sets. Are you an excellent teacher? Do you love telling stories? Are you good at editing photos? Are you great at building things? And obviously, these can kind of mesh together. But take into account all the things that you think are really valuable that you can do. Please feel free to write some stuff down for a couple of minutes. I think this is really nice to refer to later in your notes from this presentation. And then, yeah, if you want to, feel free to share some in the chat. I think it's super nice to connect with everyone in this chat. It's nice to like find friends too, people with similar interests. Computer programming already have a full-time remote work position in place. Super, super nice. Barding, nice. So I'm sure you can see, maybe, maybe not. A lot of times, passions and skill sets will coincide together. For me, I really love the outdoors. I love camping. I love hiking, skiing, skateboarding. I also really love to take photos and photos, and I love to document. Like, I grew up as a little kid with a little tiny digital camera, and anytime I was traveling or doing something, I was pretend vlogging to the camera all the time. So for me, it was really aligning and natural to do content creation. I knew it was something that could light my fire. I knew I'd be able to help and teach others get outside. And by using my passions and skill sets, I am able to every single day create value for my audience, customers, and brands that I work with. All right, so let's talk lifestyle because I know I just talked about passions and skill sets and how they can lead you up to a really great job. But not everyone wants to or needs to combine their passions with work. So some people would rather keep their work as work and have fun when they get done, and that's okay. And there's no one size fits all for, living in a van and working remote. Uh, you don't need to work for yourself or to be an entrepreneur if you don't want to be, which is exactly why in this presentation, like I'll still make sure to include ideas other than just entrepreneurial internet side hustle things. Um, but yeah. Oh, also, are influencers the most successful people on the internet or earning income? No, I think honestly, there's a lot of influencers and content creators that have millions of followers and don't know how to monetize. If you're interested specifically in the internet income aspect part of this presentation, there's so much more to earning an income online than having a virtual presence and a giant following. So much more. Okay, but make it remote. So let's talk regular jobs because I know a lot of people on the internet that you see doing van life, and I know it's not always easy to have friends that do van life unless you're already involved in this community. It might seem like the only people on the internet that do van life are people that are influencers. But there are tons of regular remote jobs that you could totally do remotely. Some of those are teachers, tutors, graphic designers. You can be an engineer, a developer, a creative director, copywriter, therapist. You could do travel nursing. Really, there's so much that you could do. I think someone just commented here that they're a computer programmer in the chat just a little bit ago. There's really so many options. I also want to touch base on seasonal work for some of you guys because this is a great option too. Because when you're doing, I know this isn't fully remote, but when you're doing seasonal work, you're able to work for a period of time and then just be fully present and travel for a chunk of time without even having to work. This could look like raft guides, being a ski instructor, a bartender. You could be a bev cart person, waitress, especially in a mountain town. If you were to move here, like if you were a bartender, it is not unheard of in mountain towns to make upwards of $500 in a night or more. So seasonal work is a really great way to live van life. It's something I did before van life too, but yeah, it's a really great way to save money. Also, I wanted to touch base on trades. So, I am not extremely experienced in trades, but I want to put this out there for anyone that is passionate about, let's say, carpentry, or, maybe you're an electrician. Like, trades is not off the table when you're living in a van. And actually, before this year, my partner is now working with me on content creation. He actually builds custom homes and he was a custom carpenter. And his plan was to actually travel like to his job. So like we'd move to a location for a little bit in the camper and explore that location, and then I'd do my social media, and then we'd go to the next job. I did want to just share a resource for anyone that is interested in trades. Road Dog Jobs is a great place to look for any types of trade specific jobs. There's a lot of travel job postings and they're all temporary, like let's say around 2 months at a time. So it's a really great way if you want to take advantage of those skill sets to look for that. Also, if you're interested in more handyman tasks, like if you're really good at working on things, I know some people actually were talking about that in the comments. You may or may not know about TaskRabbit, but that's an app where you're able to look locally to where you're at and either post what types of jobs you can do, or you can search for what people are currently seeking for. And then if you are really good at your hands, I highly like working with your hands. I highly recommend thinking about what you could create on the road. Even like if you're a carpenter, there's tons of community wood shops, tons of other types of shops too. If you like to do ceramics or anything like that, you really could sell some of your items on Etsy, or that's just like another example for anyone that's in the trades. All right, so this is something that I've also used to do before being a full-time content creator, but don't be afraid to put your rig to work. If you already have a vehicle that's reliable, Instacart or Uber Eats is a really great option for earning income while you're traveling and living on the road. It's super easy, and if you already live in your van, you have a vehicle to use. And depending on your location, again, this is a really easy way to make a lot of money. Whenever I did Instacart specifically, in the mountain town that I lived at, there were days that I would get $100 tips because a lot of tourists go to Lake Tahoe. So if you're traveling in your van, an easy way to earn some extra income is simply by doing Uber Eats or Instacart. Also, I just want to say if anyone has any questions at all during this, I'll be like briefly looking throughout it during the presentation. But we'll also have a Q&A at the very end too. So I'll make sure I'll try to get through all the look through all the comments and answer it at the end of the presentation. Okay, so for the main part, income on the internet. This is what I'm most experienced with, and this is where I'll be diving a little bit deeper into a lot of these topics. Some of these could look like social media partnerships, online coaching, selling digital products, outsourcing physical products, photography and videography, UGC, which I'll dive into what that is. I'm sure you may have heard about all the buzz of that on the internet. Affiliate income, Amazon reviews, TikTok shop, and also things like offering services on platforms such as Fiverr. So I'm sure we might already know what a social media partnership is. This looks like you might see your favorite content creator on your Instagram, and on the top label, it says paid partnership. In order to get a paid partnership on social media, you do not have to have 1 million followers. You could have a couple thousand followers and still land a social media partnership. The most important thing with looking to make money with social media partnerships is that you want to make sure that your content is a lot is like you really need to connect yourself and your audience to a brand. So a brand will want to work with a content creator uh, that align, like basically, okay, so let's look at, like, for my self example. Oh my God, there's a fly in here. So I do a lot of adventure related content, and one of the companies I worked with recently was Larissa's Kitchen Meat Sticks, and they're great for taking on hiking and adventures. And Larissa's Kitchen already knows that I create a lot of outdoor adventure content, and a lot of my audience really resonates with adventure and outdoor content already. So that's a very aligning partnership for the both of us. So it's really important when you think of reaching out to a brand for a social media partnership, you really want to make sure that you yourself and your audience are going to align with that brand. When it comes to reaching out to brands about social media partnerships, I highly recommend doing it via DM. I know that might sound crazy, but think about your social media as a resume. You should already be creating content that's aligning for them if you're reaching out to them. So if you send them a DM, they can easily go to your platform and see what you're about and if you're aligning. So really, most of my social media partnerships that I have gotten in contract that I've reached out to, the conversation started via DM. Another thing to keep in mind about social media partnerships is the question, how can you create a new perspective? For instance, if you're trying to work with a tourism board and do a partnership with, let's say, Visit Leadville, Colorado, why would they specifically want to work with you when you're pitching to them? Are you a content creator that focuses on adventuring with kids? Because if that's the case, then you could create a whole new series and show Leadville in a whole new light on how, feature 3 of the most kid-friendly activities in Leadville, Colorado. So you always want to think about how you specifically in your content are going to give them, or how you're going to share a new perspective about that tourism board or about that brand. Another really great option is online coaching or teaching. So this could be through your own business, whether you, I don't know, teach yoga, or if you're a life coach, or you're coaching on business or social media or affiliate income. There's so many ways to earn an income in those aspects of just coaching online through your own business. But you can also do things like teach lessons on Skillshare. I actually have a couple of friends that do that, and one of them specifically posted a Skillshare video a week for a whole year, and it lives on that platform forever until Skillshare doesn't exist. And they now earn every year from 56 of those videos per year of everyone watching them. They earn like a full-time income just from like that one series of their videos, just from one video a week for a whole year. Now that it lives on that website, they just generate passive income, which is pretty crazy. Digital products. So, does anyone know what a digital product is? Or does anyone sell digital products? So basically, a digital product you could pretty much sell a digital product for so many different niches. For me, that looks like selling courses. I share a lot of guides, some free, some for sale. Digital products are things, obviously, they're not physical at all. So if someone were to buy one of my courses or my webinars, they would get a link sent to them in their email afterwards to click on it, and then they could watch my product, which is a course, or it might be a guide. A lot of photographers and videographers, content creators, they'll also sell their presets, which are like filters for photos. There's really so many ways to sell digital products, and they're great because you don't have to worry about inventory. And if you post about them in your blogs or Pinterest or on your social media like a TikTok, they live and circulate forever. So it can really generate a lot of passive income. How do you outsource products? So maybe you don't want to sell digital products. Maybe there's stickers that you want to sell. Maybe maybe there's merchandise that you want to sell. Outsourcing basically is like There's you and your website, and then there's a third party that takes care of the rest of the shipping. So you yourself can design your merchandise, you could design your stickers, whatever product it may be. The third party is the one that produces it and they handle the production and shipment. So I just want to show you an example of what this could look like because I really like this girl's website. All right, so this girl's store is called Quartz General Store. And I don't think she outsources everything, but I really like the way she markets herself, which is why I wanted to share this as a little bit, to go further into this. So here's her store. It's really cute. She is also a content creator, so she advertises a lot for herself. And she has just like it's very granola girl-esque. So she can market herself really, really well because that's her niche online. But if you were to basically outsource a product, let's say she outsourced this, she could design this herself or have a team that designs it. She could create a very cute design herself. There's also a lot of ways to design sweaters yourself for very cheap, like such as Canva. Um, but you would basically go to a third party that you can order shirts from, and there's pretty much a plugin that works on your website that would make it look like you could add it to your cart right here, and then once they check out, you'll stay on this website, but the order will actually then be sent to the third party, and they'll literally take care of the rest. So if you're someone that lives on the road, that's very crucial because obviously you don't want to have an inventory of like 500 sweaters in your van. Or if you're doing stickers or any type of merch or any other items, it's really hard to sell things on the road and have an inventory. So outsourcing products is definitely a really good thing to consider. Someone asked, is there any advantages to online only via logins versus PDF downloads? Um, I'm not sure if you mean like if you were to sell a digital product and then it's a PDF download or like a link such as Google Docs. Um, I'd say it's preference, but also like you have to think about I just think PDFs, like if you're able to send a PDF in an email like for a digital product, it might be a little bit easier for everyone because then they can just download it straight to their computer. All right, so let me go back to this. Another one, if anyone has, a passion of photography and videography, definitely do not be afraid to monetize off of it if you want. There are so many ways when you travel and live in a van to get photography and videography jobs. Several of my friends have started photography and videography jobs or businesses just this year, up to 2 years ago alone, and now it's their full-time jobs. From product photography and videography to wedding photography, couples photography. There's so much you can do traveling with that stuff because especially when you're living in a van, you can travel to so many amazing locations. Specifically, I'm thinking when you're working with brands, it's extremely attractive for businesses to want to work with you if you're traveling to all these amazing locations. So photography and videography is like huge if you're looking to live on the road full time. All right, what is UGC? I'm going to show you a quick example of what UGC could look like in a second, but UGC is user-generated content. This is pretty much a growing form of advertising and organic social media content for brands. So you don't have to have a following, or you really don't need to even be an influencer to do UGC. I'd say practice makes perfect though. So a really good way to get into UGC is to find items that you already have and practice shooting with them. Your social media is really like a resume. So when you first reach out to a brand about UGC and DM them, I highly recommend that your content on your platforms aligning with what they might want to see. So yeah, just keep in mind your social media can really be harnessed as a resume when you're reaching out to a brand, whether it's user generated content or a social media partnership. I wouldn't worry, especially with user generated content, about your following or your engagement. I'd just focus on creating high quality content over everything, because the audience will be like the audience will come if you're creating high quality content, and the brands will want to work with you if you're creating aligning content. So yeah, again, make sure that your content on your social media can really tie in with the brands that you want to work with. So if you're shooting hiking content, think about how different brands could come into play could come into play for this. So this could be a granola bar, it could be hiking shoes, it could be a certain water bottle. There's so many things I'm sure you could think of when it comes to how you could work with different UGC brands just in the hiking niche. Another thing to keep in mind with UGC, aside from creating it, is a lot of the money with user generated content and social media partnerships. When you're creating content for a brand, it's not always about posting it. A lot of the money on where creators are, getting a lot more money from is from the usage. Sometimes brands will ask for digital usage so they can use your stuff in an advertisement, and that's worth a lot of money. So if you're wondering why UGC is all the hype right now and how some people are like, I make full-time income off of UGC, I guarantee the majority of their income, where a lot of it's coming from, is the usage rights. All right, affiliate marketing. I'm sure we've all seen content creators post on their Instagram story. They might post their favorite mug and then link it and say, here's the link to my favorite mug. Buy it. Hopefully, they don't just say buy it. But I'm sure we've all seen that. And that is a form of affiliate marketing. That link is most likely an affiliate link. So, what affiliate marketing is, it's basically you sign up with a platform. It could be directly through the business, or again, it could be a bigger third party agency that has a ton of different clients on it. Um, and when you're an affiliate, let's say it's this mug, Brewmate, and if I promote this and I have an affiliate link for this mug and I share it and someone buys it, I will earn 10% commission. So that might not seem like a lot, and it probably won't be unless you are a giant celebrity influencer. That's one option. If you're just sharing it on your stories. Or you might make a lot of money if you know how to make a video go viral, and you have it linked in your bio. It may go viral there, and then you might earn a lot of money. There's kind of a lot more strategy to affiliate marketing than just being an influencer. You also don't even need to be an influencer to be an affiliate marketer, which is the coolest part, because I don't think a lot of people know about this. You don't have to have a following at all. A lot of people, and the most successful people that do affiliate marketing, are the ones that focus on back end strategy. So that might mean they have a large email list. They might know how to run ads. So that person might be running ads on Facebook for this mug, and they don't even have to use their face, because a lot of affiliate marketing brands will give you content to use and photos to use. And if you know how to run ads, or you can write a blog post and you know about SEO, search engine optimization, you are pretty much going to be able to generate an ad and make so much income off of it. So you yourself, as an affiliate marketer, can run ads for businesses and earn commissions off of every sale. So even if you don't have a following, affiliate marketing can be extremely lucrative. And if you post a TikTok, it lives there forever. If you post a blog, it lives there forever. If you post that link on Pinterest, it lives there forever. And they all have the possibility to go viral. They all have the possibility to circulate forever and for engagement to keep going on them. They all have the possibility for you to create that into an ad. So if you are posting a lot consistently as an affiliate marketer, all these things compile into a large sum of affiliate income if you really work for it. All right, Amazon reviews. So Amazon reviews is relatively newer. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of it yet, but there are quite a few people that make a lot of money from Amazon reviews, and it's something that I've gotten started on doing as well. Basically, let me go to my example. Oh, wait, I'm pretty sure I just guys, I'm sorry. I'll go back to that in a second. I've been missing my examples. So here's an example of how an Amazon review would work. And so many things are on Amazon nowadays. So here's just one thing. Bear with me as I share my screen. Okay, there we go. So this is my dog food that I feed my dog. If you look, it has about 9,000 ratings and 4,000 people have bought this in the past month. That's a lot of people. And if you go down, there's only 6 videos about this food. As an Amazon influencer, and again, you don't even need a following all the time to become an Amazon influencer. As an influencer, you can create a review. It's just supposed to seem like a real user, almost like a UGC video or just a testimonial video about why you like this product and how you use it. And if, let's say, someone clicks on your video when they're looking to buy this, basically you're going to earn a commission when they buy this. And then if they come back to it later, there's a thing called cookies. I don't know if you guys know about this, but if they come back to it later or they buy anything else that day, they're going to track it and you'll still earn an income, which is really crazy. So let's say 2,000 people out of those 4,000 people next month watch your video before deciding to buy this dog food. That means that you're going to earn a commission from 2,000 people. So if you create even one video a week of an item that you have on Amazon, I guarantee this BrewMate mug is on Amazon. I have so many things. This journal right now that I'm using, it's on Amazon. You get the picture. My Hydro Flask, it's on Amazon probably. So you have the power to create, again, it could compile into a lot of different sources of commissioned income through Amazon reviews. All right, let me share my presentation again. Okay. And offering services online. So if you are really passionate about writing, or you're just getting into graphic design, or you like copywriting, or maybe you can help someone edit their YouTube videos for them because you really like to edit. If you can offer someone a service online, you should definitely get on this platform. So this platform is called Fiverr. And there's a couple other platforms like this out there. Hold on, there it is. So this is the platform. If anyone is looking to, do certain services, you can see at the top there's graphic design, tech and programming, digital marketing, video animation, writing, music, business, data, photography, artificial intelligence services. If you're able to fall into any of these niches, there's tons of people requesting for services to be completed that you can apply for. And there's tons of people, if you have a platform and you advertise your services on their platform, that will request things from you. So this is a great way to also earn a income while you're living on the road. All right, so we have reached the end. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to share my screen again. Guys, I'm like a grandma on the Zoom stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to look through these comments and questions and try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Can we get a copy of your slides? I was bouncing between your presentation and Kristen's. Okay, so let me double check with Project Van Life Summit, because I know they also I have to see on what's allowed. But if you have any specific questions for me, I'll share my social media and my email list at the end of this slide, so you can connect with me there and feel free to ask me any questions after this too. What did UGC mean again? So UGC is user generated content. I can go back to that slide for you. But basically, whenever someone says that they're a UGC creator or they create UGC, they're basically you don't need a social media following for that. So when you land a UGC deal with a brand, they're basically asking you to create an authentic video or photo for them that they can share on their platform. So let me show you an example if I can get back to it. Oh, I'm on it. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. Okay. So this is actually a paid partnership that I did recently with Larissa's Kitchen. Just pretend that this isn't a paid social media partnership. I want to talk about the photos here. So let's say we're working with Larissa's Kitchen for a UGC partnership. They would be requesting these photos that I have on my platform for them to use for their benefit. So I myself, as a UGC creator, won't be posting this on my platform. I will be giving these images, this one, these ones, this one, to the brand so they can use it for the purposes they want. There's two different types of UGC. There's organic and there's paid advertising. So with organic, a brand is only allowed to use that organically on their social media platform. Then there's another thing you should be, I would say have to charge an additional fee for advertising purposes and usage rights. So someone might want to take these photos and use it in an ad for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you should be charging a usage fee for that. I hope that makes sense. So you yourself as a UGC creator, you don't need an influencer platform. The brand is going to be taking the photos and the videos that you give to them for their own purposes. So there's a few. Okay, someone said, how do you get started with Amazon reviews? So I'm a little bit newer to this aspect. This is one of the things that I'm building out, but I am going to comment two different people that are like experts on this, and their names are Cajun Adventures and Adrian Brambilla. Okay, it's commented. But basically, there's like a few different things. You can be like an Amazon ambassador, you can be an Amazon affiliate, and you can be an Amazon influencer. And there's all different application processes, and it's a little bit confusing. But there are ways that you can apply as an Amazon influencer. And like you can still apply even if you don't have a large following. But typically they do request that you like link your socials when you apply. But yeah, so if you're talking specifically about what I showed you, the Amazon reviews, you have to be an influencer in order for that video to like pop up on like an Amazon product page. But yeah, Cajun Adventures and Adrian Brambilla have been the people that I've been studying to learn about that. So I highly recommend checking them out. But yeah, so if you're an all access pass holder, you'll basically be able to access this whole PowerPoint presentation and everything like at any moment. And pretty much everyone else's presentations as well. So if you do want to access this specific presentation, it would probably be easiest if you are an all access pass holder. Let's see. What did you say about Amazon and computer cookies? So cookies is a thing for like all affiliate / commission things. So what cookies is, I'm sure you've seen when you've clicked a website before that a little pop-up comes up that says like this website uses cookies, and it might say accept all. So what cookies is let's say you accept that and you're shopping for a dress on that website. It's going to basically like take note that you looked at that, and let's say you go back to that dress 30 days later like there's different lengths of cookies. So let's say it's 30 days. It'll be able to track if someone clicked on your link like 30 days ago and then they decide to buy that dress, it'll be able to like track that the first time they looked at that dress was with your affiliate link. So you'll still get a commission even if they like search it within 30 days later, not with your link. They'll know that you basically brought them that lead. So you'll still get a commission. So that's kind of how cookies works. Yeah, I just want to double check because there is an all access pass about the presentation. I don't know if I am allowed to share your slides. I think it's not going to be a problem. So I will just like say, like, if you want, at the end of this, I'm going to share how you can sign up for my email list. And anyone that signs up for my email list, I'll make sure that they have the slides to this. As long as it's allowed. So if you do sign up for my email list, later, I'll make sure that those slides get sent to you. Do you have a list of where you can find affiliate marketers? No, I do not, but most businesses have an affiliate program. Most. So like I pretty much everything I'm looking at in my camper right now that's a product, like from food to like my backpack to like the skincare I use. Basically, if you are interested in becoming an affiliate, a lot of the times I will just email or DM a brand directly. A lot of brands also on their website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll say like become an affiliate and you can apply. There's also third-party affiliate programs. One of them, I'll type it right here. One of the biggest ones is AvantLink. And AvantLink is an affiliate marketing agency, so they'll have a ton of clients that you can apply for to be an affiliate for. That way you don't have to directly reach out to one brand. Another good one is a brand called Rock Porch, which is specifically outdoor focused. They have a ton of clients. Where like specifically in the outdoor niche where like, REI kind of like has a ton of things. One of their clients is REI. So like if you have like a ton of gear from REI that you want to link, you can easily do that through Rock Porch directly. Hold on, I'm going through your questions. Yeah, so I'll definitely I would like to make the slides available for all of you guys afterwards. So again, if I'll show you how you can sign up for my email list, and anyone that signs up for my email list this weekend, I'll make sure that I send those slides to you. Let's see, what video gear am I using? Also, if I'm not getting to your question fast enough, please feel free to send it below, like again, if it's all the way at the top. So for videoing, Reels anyway, and TikTok wise, I mostly just use my phone. Most like newer phones nowadays have such good quality, like resolution that you don't really need to use anything else. I do have a camera as well. I have a Nikon Z50, which is a small mirrorless camera, and it's great. It's small and it's compact and it has really good quality video, and I like to use that for like higher quality stuff, such as my YouTube videos. But really, like for social media partnerships and UGC, like it's supposed to look authentic. Like it doesn't have to be perfectly professional with the highest grade camera. You really don't need to have anything other than your iPhone. But yeah, most of my stuff's iPhone. Where would you find products to outsource? So there's like, from the top of my head, I only know of like a few, but I know there's a ton of, like, for instance, I was looking at stickers to outsource, and I know one of them is called bubble.com. There's a ton more, and again, as for resources, anyone that signs up for my email list, I'll make sure that I include a resource for a lot of these questions. So when it comes to like outsourcing products, I'll try to find some better options for you. But like as for outsourcing products, I think that it would have to align to like what you want to create. Like if you want to create stickers or if you want to create merchandise, I would specifically search for like a t-shirt outsourcing business or a sticker outsourcing business. I have an Etsy shop where I share RV planner for digital journals like GoodNotes. That is so smart. Do you have any third-party recommendations for prints or clothing? I do not because I do not currently sell merch. I have a few resources, but again, not I wrote them down. They're not on the top of my head. But again, if you sign up for my email list, I'm going to create a massive resource list of all the things that I have written down. Um, and I'll make sure that I include some on there. Brand ambassador. I'm not sure, Tom, are you asking specifically like what a brand ambassador is? Where can we sign up for your email list? Okay, let me show you that real quick. Please hold. Okay, so pretty much my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube are all Shelb Says. I'll type it in here too. Two S's in the middle, Shelbs Says. If you go to my Instagram or my TikTok, I have actually, I'll just send it in the chat too, but for later too. If you go to my Instagram or my TikTok, my link will be in my bio, and one of the buttons that you can click is Let's Be Pen Pals. And when you click on that, you can sign up for my email list. And I will send that to you right now in the chat. But for anyone that doesn't want to look it up or click on the link that I just sent you right now, if you go to my Instagram or TikTok bio, you're going to see it, and it's the button that says Let's Be Pen Pals. Also, in regards to the email list, I share free like weekly tips and like a little newsletter every single week to my friends that are my pen pals, and I share tips on the outdoors, camper life, and also content creation slash remote income. Probably have time for like 1 to 3 more questions. So if I didn't get to your question, don't be afraid to send it again. All right. That is the end of my presentation. I'm so thankful that all of you are here today. If you have any more questions, do not be afraid to reach out on any of my social media platforms. If you want to stay more up to date, let's be pen pals. And yeah, don't be afraid to DM me if you have any more questions. And again, if you want full access to this presentation, and everyone else's for Project Van Life Summit, be sure to sign up for the All Access Pass. I hope I was able to open up your minds and inspire you a little bit about how you can make money on the road. Yeah. Oh my God, I went to Bates too. Sorry, I'm so excited about these comments. I'm so happy that all of you have joined me. But thank you again, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.